Hello everyone, it's the Bitcoin SV Bulldozer. How's life? So this one's going to be called Degen versus Boomer. Hilarious. Now, I've borrowed this meme that's going around. It is one of the most hilarious cartoons that I've seen in a long time. It's got on the left the Virgin BSVer and the Chad Bitcoiner. I would possibly translate that a little bit to the boomer versus the degeners. It's epic. And with the best comedy, it hints at some darker stuff, which I'll get into. But here we have this Virgin BSVer. Boomer. My God, where are you guys getting this idea from? The boomers. So you've got CSW in there, and he's not a boomer. He's a Gen Xer. Maybe the target is just any old fart, right? And I'm probably included in that. You're targeting this at old farts, and you guys are the hip, new, young brigade who are doing all the cool stuff, the Chad Bitcoiners, right? But this is a very bad advertisement for Chad Bitcoiners, or in other words, degeners. Look at the guy. He's a woke tranny whose arms are on backwards. His legs are on backwards. He's got this protruding mound. His clothes are all weird colours. He's got ouch written on his singlet. And his hat's on backwards. And he's just living the dream. Pumping coins. Aping coins. Oh, God. So he's a confused individual. But which is better? The Virgin BSV or the Chad Bitcoiner? Is there another category? There's got to be another category. I don't want to be in either of these categories. So I actually think there's a little bit of a psyop going on here. This whole degen concept. It's what it is. It's making cool what's not really cool. What's really cool is biddling, and the biddlers are creating the sandpit for you Chad Bitcoiners to play in, to play around in toys, to buy and sell sand that just vanishes through your hands, vanishes through your fingers. Right? That's what you're buying and selling. Or they're putting little toys in the sandpit, and you're buying and selling them, and the toy breaks within 10 seconds or gets rusty or whatever. So I actually think you're being punked with this whole degen bullshit. The true people who are actually the mavericks are the ones that are creating the sandpit. They're creating all this shit. Now, I've just published my video on HODL and what I think a load of rubbish it is. You know that HODL is the same as store of value. You know that it's the same as digital gold. You just sit on it and do nothing. Now, in one breath, I'm sure there are a lot of BSVers who would be against the whole idea of store of value and digital gold, yet they're all for HODL. I think part of the problem is this whole HODL concept. There's actually a few meanings going on here. And part of it is that it's been mixed in with this locking concept. Now, locking, I think, it's very interesting, the whole locking thing, and I probably should make a separate video on this, but I think I'll just say it here. It's no coincidence that the locking phenomenon arose with the emergence of ordinals. I think that there's a marriage that's going to happen there. And the whole notion of locking will be applied to all sorts of things. Smart contracts, tokens that you buy, artwork. So imagine this, and this is an idea I've had. Your JPEG changes over time based on how long you hold the thing, right? So it gives you an incentive to lock. Maybe there can be things included in the code which trigger the release of incentives. Maybe there are points where you can actually up the ante and lock for longer. The coins or the JPEGs, they're ephemeral. They'll turn to naught in value in no time. That's the sand in the sandpit, right? What will happen at some point is that somebody will, just with the right ingredients of all of these ideas, locking coins, ordinals, bitmaps, they'll infuse a token with the right ingredients so that it not only appreciates massively, but it actually holds value over time. And that's the real Chad Bitcoiner. They're not Chad Bitcoiners. They're the smart ones who are getting the suckers, the degen Chad Bitcoiner suckers, to buy useless garbage, right? It's all heading somewhere. It's all heading somewhere really revolutionary. But you playing in that sandpit you're not going to be the one that benefits from it. The builders are, or the biddlers. God, this is so hilarious. I was pissing myself laughing at this. You know, this is no different from the ICO days, when they had all these buzzwords like decentralization and DeFi and all that crap, right? And the people creating the projects, the ICOs, were the ones fleecing the Chad Bitcoiners. The ones fleecing the Chad Bitcoiners were the biddlers, but a lot of them weren't actually biddlers, they were just exit scammers. So, I don't know. What more can I say, guys? Watch out. Are you being punked with this idea of Degen? Are you part of the cool crowd? The Mavericks. The Maverick woke tranny with a protrusion. Ciao for now.